Hello there, Ice Runners and the Claw Leaders. My name is Tuskraider, and I know it has taken me an eternity and a half to post this much shorter video than what I used to. Trust me, having ADHD, anxiety, perfectionism, and university concerns is not a good mix for content creation. I apologize for the inconvenience, and I hope I can make more videos sooner rather than later. Having my apology out of the way, let's do a quick recap. We have done Lore of the Winter's Claw, Sejuani herself, the Youngsters, and the Mounted People. I would like to reiterate that all of my points that I make here are my own opinions, and you are free to agree or disagree with them. That clear? Alright, let's get to the fun parts. Scarmother Vrynna, Shieldbreaker, Woebringer, the only champion to have as much lore as she does in the Freljord. In fact, her lore is more than some of the champions from League of Legends. Before I read her official card art and go into a lore deep dive, let's read a tweet that the Legends of Runeterra official account left way back in 2021. So, here. Vrynna is a veteran reaver of Sejuani's Winter Claw. Wily and tenacious, the history of her battles during Freljord's harsh winters are chronicled in her scars. She has outwitted, outfought, and outlived her way to the highest ranks of the Winter's Claw, second to Sejuani. Like all Winter's Claw Reavers, she celebrates savagery and strength. She despises Ash, and her aversion tried for abandoning the nomadic ways of the Freljord. Settlements, warm hearths, and farming have made Evolution soft. It's only a matter of time until winter claims them. So she is literally what if Sejuani, but it's in her 60s. Now, I do like the fact that the top two ranks of the Winter's Claw are both women. It plays well into the matriarchy culture of Freljord. That said, this tweet is just about hammering everything Winter's Claw into our heads again. Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't a bad thing. That is a conscious choice, because Vrynna over here is the embodiment of Winter's Claw status quo. She has gone through the entire journey. She has been an unscarred Reaver, a Scar Maiden Reaver, and now she has achieved the rank of Scarmother. Vrynna has been the protagonist of not one, but two different lore stories. One is called A Good Day, and it was published in the Realms of Runeterra book. For legal reasons and timing reasons, I can't read you the whole thing, but the TLDR is that a young Vrynna goes hunting with a more experienced people who make fun of her. They get attacked by an alpha wildclaw. The Ice Runner, that is the highest ranking in the group, gets killed, but Vrynna barely survives and kills the beast. That's where she lost her eye, by the way. I also read a nice piece of detail on the League wiki about an in-game interaction between her and the Wildclaw. That if the Wildclaw attacks her, she survives with exactly 1 HP and gains back enough power to kill it. That's nice. Always love me some subtle lore references. The second story she stars in is called Shackles of Belief, in which her and her Claw, that is a hunting pack, find Silas dying in the snow, but he steals the Shamanka's ice magic. Shamanka is the high shaman. They stole her ice magic, and he manages to survive and negotiate with them to attack Demacia and pillage the right lands of the rich. I'll talk about Thorva the Shamanka in the next video, probably whenever that is. Because I suspect she might be the Rhymetusk Shaman. Now, after all of this yapping, let's read the actual card art flavor for Scarmother Vrynna. I would die shivering in the cold before sharing a hearth with Ash's weaklings. But if they desire warmth, I will give it to them. So, this shows us what it takes for someone to even make it to this age in Winter's Claw. Vrynna lives purely by insane might makes right conservatism, and hates the progressive Avarosans so much that she is willing to burn their homes for the bitch of it. This probably plays into weird stereotypes about Norse people, but I'm not in a position to talk about that for the 5th time. What I can talk about is rigidness of belief and tradition, especially old people who have suffered many hardships. Vrynna cannot afford to change her mind. She has survived all these years through brutality, and to admit that she's wrong would rob her of all excuses that she constantly makes to keep murdering and pillaging for survival. Is that enough lore yap? I think it's enough lore yap. Let's move to the artwork itself. So, lighting composition. Vrynna isn't dead center. She is slightly to the left, so we can see the path down the Avarosan village she just burned. I think this also shows that Vrynna's looks aren't what defines her, but her actions. I mean, look at her. She's a half-blind woman with noodle arms, wearing leather armor and a fur cloak. But the realization that this same woman burned that entire village is a true horror of this image. Let's zoom in a bit. So, first thing first, she is visibly scarred. That is fantastic. That is Riot finally allowing a female scar character to be full of scars, and I love it. Secondly, there are intricacies to her design that show her station. An obvious one is the large hoop earring and the metal bead at the end of her hair. But there's also the fact that she has a small Winter's Claw emblem here on her chest strap. And the same thing also applies carved into her pauldron shoulder pad, whatever. Furthermore, her clothes look properly fit to her body. We talked previously about how Winter's Claw characters usually rely on lots of straps and bonds and bandages to hold their clothing together because the tribe can't afford to make individual clothing for everyone. Vrynna is different though. She's the Scarmother, the second highest rank in the whole tribe. She gets to have tailored clothes, and she has more than earned it by their standards. Having said how much I love her design, let me also give a few nitpicks. One thing that bothers me is her arms. Like, they look too noodlish to me. Like, yes, I know she is supposed to be old, her muscles might have atrophied, but, you know, we have other old characters from the Freljord, like Ash's mother. And she was first older than Vrynna and more muscular. We know Vrynna is a warrior. We know she rides a Druva's boar, throws spears, and just this amount of noodle arms is, Anyway, who cares? She's a... Actually, you know what? Since no one cares, since she's just one JPEG that is not fully shown inside a game, I think Riot could have afforded to go harder. Like, give her wrinkle. Like, she's supposed to be, I don't know, in her 60s, and she's still, the face itself, regardless of the scars, it looks, I don't know, 30 something. Give her some, like, nasolabial folds, some crow's feet. Show us something of her age other than a single streak of white hair, you know? It's not like she's a champion. She's not supposed to sell skins. You can just make her whatever, right? Anyway, enough rambling. So this artwork is one of my favorites, don't get me wrong. It's a very interesting character, very interesting artwork, very masterfully done artwork. Look at the fur, and look at how it differentiates from the snow. Look at the sheen of fire in the back, hitting only here but not here because it's blocked by the trees and the fence. Look at all these gorgeous details. But then again, it there's some nitpicks. There's always something to nitpick, and I'm here to do exactly that. I'm here to show what could be even better. Like, at least in my opinion. I think that's enough yapping for this one. Let's just move on to the next. I don't want to make it an hour long for 2 artworks. When spring brings weather just warm enough for us to plant, it also brings longboats, and the grain that started plentiful grows sparse. A Varosan Hearthguard. Well, this is about Vikings. Like, straight up. This is about people traveling on longboats and raiding settlements while wearing leather and fur and covered in garbage and stuff. This is the most stereotypical Viking shit we have in all of League of Legends and Legends of Runeterra. The only subversion here is that they are all women, which isn't that much considering Freljord is already established as a matriarchal place. Now, don't get me wrong, this is a fantastic artwork, and I will go over that in just a sec. Drawing this many figures in a Dutch angle to emphasize stress, and a boat on top of that with, like, look, so many details. Like, it's a Druisk boar with the horn and the tusks being probably actual tusks of the boar, with fur depicted as wooden scales, with, like, this little flag just from the nose. Look at the intricate knotwork on the wood. Look at the furs. Look at like how much I zoom before it becomes blurry. The sheer detail, like just the amount of detail, the amount of work put into this thing. Look at her. Like, look at every line of the tattoo. These are gorgeous details, and these are way beyond my caliber as an artist myself. The sheer attention to detail on this artwork can never be fully put into words, because the more I keep looking at it, the more I find out, that the more I get fascinated. And it is definitely showing off the artist's skill and dedication. Serious work was put into this, and every second of it deserves praise. Every line of war paint, every strand of wood, every unevenness in the blades, and every line on the wood of the boat were drawn with love and care, and all of them deserve zooming in and appreciating up close. Especially, you see, making shattering ice work in the middle of all of this. All that said, the closer something gets to perfection, the easier it becomes to nitpick about it. I won't say much, but I just want to point out that it happens. We clear? We clear. The women are depicted strong with good muscle, but none of them have scars. These are scar reavers. These are Winter's Claw. Still no scars. Secondly, the blonde woman on the right. Look at her. Yes, she is properly armored, or is she? Look, she's pantless. She's freezing to death in this weather. Or maybe, I don't know, it's spring. Maybe it's warm enough to survive. Thirdly, horned helmets and fur embroidery and shit. These are only playing into Viking stereotype. Like, Norse people didn't actually, dress like this for battle, but it's game design, who gives a shit. See, I just want to say that the sheer perfection of this artwork allows me to nitpick random things, but don't let any of that stop you from appreciating this. My words don't really matter in the larger context. I'm just a random guy yapping about what he likes and what he doesn't like on the internet. You are in no way obliged to accept my opinion, but please write more than insults or disagreements if you want to comment. Tell me why you think the artwork is better, or as is, or how you would change it. If you care enough to comment, you might as well get your point across, no? Thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, remember to click that like button and comment your own takes. Subscribe to this channel for more swooning over splash art. Try to remain respectful to those you disagree with. Don't look down on people worse off than yourselves, and until next time, may your dreams never fade away.